So have you thought about, okay, I want to live in the end, I want to really apply Neville's techniques, but I'm really struggling. Do I have to pretend? Do I have to act like I'm living in the end? Or how do I actually really live in the end so I can really, manifest my desires with a lot faster than what usually people do? And it's not just the speed of manifestation which it comes, but it's also the fundamental misunderstanding of what it is meant by living in the end. So in this video, I'll explain it very simply. I've designed some presentation for you so to make it very, very clear, because this is a concept a lot of people have asked me, messaged me, in my coaching clients. So they've asked me, so is this living in the end, or am I doing this? Is this living in the end? So I'm just going to clarify all of it in this video so you don't have any more confusion and you can actually start applying this concept right away. So let's go over one of the first things is what is meant by living in the end, right? So a really important concept, a really important thing I want you to understand, right? So living in the end, or thinking from, this isn't just a technique, right? And it's a profound shift in perception that can transform your reality. And I do not say it lightly. When you really get this difference, it's a very massive, profound shift in your perception. And once you really get the perception, transforming your reality becomes much, much, much easier than in any other cases. So get ready to explore how your imagination is the key in this sense to unlocking your deepest desires. So one of the key things, people say imagination, do I have to pretend, do I have to act like it, or fake it till you make it, and all these things. So I'm just going to explain it in this video as clearly as I can. So your imagination is much, much, much more real than you think. A lot of people think imagination is some kind of fantasy or just some kind of daydreaming. It is not, right? So the first and the most crucial step to understand living the end is to realize your imagination is not merely a daydream. It's not a fanciful escape. It's a powerful faculty of creation. Okay, a realm where what you perceive already exists. So a lot of people talk about parallel universes, multiple universes, infinite states. It doesn't matter what term you use, but what it means to say is all of these realities which you're assuming or imagining, it already exists. That's why you're able to imagine it. If it didn't exist, you wouldn't be even be able to imagine it. So if you are able to imagine it, it already exists. And by using your imagination, you can bring it into reality. Okay, so by consistently and consciously engaging your imagination, you strengthen your belief it is reality, unlock its incredible power. So this is something I've seen a bit of a struggle with other people as well, is they don't really consistently apply this, right? Consciously and consistently. Somehow in manifestation space, the world, the discipline is looked down upon, or as if it's a bad thing. Initially when somebody's starting out and they don't really have these habits, I think initially discipline can help. And once you've crossed the threshold, then you don't really need a lot of discipline. It will become very automatic as to who you really are. But initially, I highly recommend to have a disciplined approach and a consistent approach. So you're perceiving what exists, right? What already exists. So you can only perceive things that already exist. So I had a big hang up and I had to get coaching around this, infinite states, infinite possibilities. My logical mind would always fall in and come and say, there's so much competition, or there's so much of this, this and that, or you can't have it, everyone wants that. So because we are thinking from this logical 3D world, and when we see things and we say, only there's so many things, right? For example, if you want to buy an iPhone on its release date and you say there are only 100 iPhones on sale, so I can't really get it because I won't be. But who's saying that you can't be that one person out of those 100 who can't get it? It's because of our logical mind is looking at the 3D and is also saying, we can't have this because there's so much competition, or there's so many people, or there's only few options. But for you, infinite opportunities exist. And when you imagine something vividly, you are not inventing it. You are accessing that dimension. That's when these concepts of more parallel universes, multiple realities come in. You're accessing the dimension where it already is real. And this is a fundamental principle of how reality works. So when we're imagining, we are not just, daydreaming. We're actually, some people even have said stories of they felt like they were transported into another reality. it is almost that because it is real. Okay, so effortless manifestation, the power of experience. Now, this is very, very important because a lot of people, again, they make this a kind of a chore, make it very, very hard, make it very, very difficult. I've done that. Everyone has done that. Almost everyone who started on this journey has gone through this experience where they made it unnecessarily more complicated than it needs to be. So once you truly grasp that your imagination is real, living in the end becomes effortless. Once you really get it, right? Once you really get it that you're almost imagining all the time, your imagination is really real. It is about experiencing your desired reality within your mind, not as a future possibility. This is a key distinction because this is where people get caught up. They imagine and they say, oh, that's going to happen in the future, and I'm imagining to get it. No. That's a massive mistake. No. But as an accomplished fact. Okay? For example, and I have one of the posters in the back, you can see from here this way, the poster of one of my favorite characters from Genshin Impact, and I don't have her on my video game account. I do not have her, but I already have her in my imagination, so it's just a matter of time that she's going to show up. For Genshin Impact, you have to collect primogems and then you have to roll, so there's an element of luck if you can get the same character or not, or you have to throw in a lot of money, but I'm going to get her. But the point I'm trying to make by this is that the desired reality is already here. It is already an accomplished fact. That I have Malvika is already an accomplished fact. I'm not trying to make it happen. I already have her. So when people say, oh, she's not on your account, it doesn't really bother me. I'm like, I already have her. It just hasn't shown up in the 3D world, and sometimes people think I'm crazy, but it doesn't matter, right? So experience it now. Experience it now. This is the key. So when it's a specific person, a new job, or any other desire, you fully immerse yourself in the feeling of already having it. And I would, sometimes the feeling can be a bit confusing. You can say the experience of already having it. This isn't just about wishing, it's about experiencing. So when we are using our imagination, we are experiencing that reality as if it's happening right now. Be it now. My mentor used to say all the time, be it now, experience it now. So it's already done. So shift your perspective from trying to make it happen. Oh, I have to try to do this, I have to do this. No. You go straight to the end. Experience it as already done. Right? Experience it already done. Yet subtle but a profound change is where this true manifestation begins. Right? It's very different. For example, I take this example of this video game character. So when I'm looking at this character, I'm like, when I don't have it, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, oh, I don't have it. I'm looking at it. But when I have the character, I'm playing the character and I'm looking from the character. Okay, I'm controlling the character and I can play it. So I'm being that in my imagination where I'm already playing with that character. So you see the difference? When you're living from it. I will give an example, okay? This is I learned from another dating coach long time ago. But he gave this a very powerful example. When you look in the 3D world, pick a superhero, anyone you like. Or just pause this video, go on Google, type superheroes, you will see hundreds of. There's Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, there are hundreds of these, right? Superheroes. Pick anyone whom you know a little bit, their superpowers, whatever they have. Like Superman, everyone knows Superman. He can fly and whatnot. So now when you're looking at the picture, just have a good look at the picture. Just have a good look of your superhero. How they look, how they walk, how they talk, You probably have seen it, or you can watch a small clip. You already know how they walk, how they talk, how they are. They're superhero, right? They have certain kind of hair, they look tall, they're very muscular, they're very thin. Spider-Man is not muscular, but he's thin, or he's very agile, or he can fly, or he can whatever. Okay, so when you're looking at this character, you're looking at it. Okay, you're thinking of it. Right, now just for a few seconds, just suspend judgment, and for a few seconds go in your imagination and accept that you are that character. Now you have become it. Now how do you feel? If you are Superman, you're like, damn, I'm strong, I can fly, I can go anywhere, I'm unstoppable, you know. And you are also like worried a little bit that my weakness is kryptonite, so I need to keep away from kryptonite, but I'm superhuman, super powerful, super fast, whatever, right? So when you think from it, you become the character. You see the difference? It's not a subtle, on some level you can say it's subtle, but when you actually get it, it's not a subtle difference. It's a big difference when you're looking at Superman and you're looking from the Superman. It's a massive difference. And when sometimes when I did this exercise with my clients, or I've seen people are like, whoa, wow, I feel like I am that Superman, I am that Spider-Man, whatever your character is, I am that. It's extremely powerful, right? So this subtle yet powerful change is where the true manifestation begins. So when you operate from a place of it's already done, you move into a relaxed, confident state of being. This state accelerates the manifestation process significantly. And this is the key which I really want you to get, is when you operate from a place of it's already done. It's already done. It's already here. I am already it. Okay. So you move into a relaxed state, a confident state of being. And this state accelerates the manifestation process. A lot of people say, what can I do? And I have to make this manifestation faster. What can I do to get my SP faster? What can I do to get my job or money and whatever faster? Is relax yourself and enter into the state of being that already. That is the fastest way. Instead of trying to get it, hustle and make it happen, you be it. And from that being, you can take all the actions you want. But if you're not being the right person, and sometimes you wouldn't even have to even lift a finger, you wouldn't even have to take any action. It will be so natural that the action will feel very little effort or almost effortless, right? At this point of time, when I create videos, they feel very easy, almost effortless, because I'm being that. I'm a content creator, I'm a YouTuber, so it is who I am being. So making these videos is super natural for me. It's not anything extraordinary, right? So embody your desired state. That is the key. So Neville always said, right? Neville said that you must assume the feeling of wish fulfill until it becomes your dominant feeling, your dominant state. I would use the state dominant state. I connect with that word more, state. So knowing that creation is finished and everything you can imagine is real, living in the end means embodying this truth in your physical, daily physical reality. It's about living from the knowing that your desire is already fulfilled. It's already here. It is here now. You are experiencing it here, right now. It is here right now. It isn't about ignoring your current circumstances or like, no, everything's right, I don't have a bill. No, it's about being that right now. It's about internalizing the feeling or the experience of your desired outcome so deeply that it becomes your natural state of being. This is simple, yet often overcomplicated, you know. This is very, very simple, but we overcomplicate it. I've overcomplicated. I've gotten coaching on this. Other people have got coaching on this. This is the essence of living in the end. It isn't about ignoring the circumstances. It's rather about internalizing the feeling or the experience or the state of the desired outcome so deeply that it becomes your natural state of being. It's key difference, right? Okay, so now difference in acting as if and is living from the end. There is a key difference, and I really want you to really get this, guys. Right? Acting as if implies that your desire isn't real yet, right? So you're pretending, you're creating the separation where I have to act between your current reality and your desired reality. This can often lead to a feeling of struggle and effort, and sometimes when people act like it, they start being like it too. It happens to them too. But for most people, when they act like it, they create this separation. So for some people, the acting becomes being. But for a lot of people, there's always a separation. Their acting and being is separate. So there's always this gap. So living from the end, it means embodying your desire because you know it's already real. You have experienced it in your imagination and you trust that it is done. This creates a state of effortless magnetic attraction. Really important. When you're living from, when you are that superhero, or where you are the loved person, or you are the successful business owner, or you are that, whatever job you want to manifest, whatever house owner you want to manifest. When you are already that, you are embodying it because you know it's already real. And you have experienced it in your imagination and you trust that it is done. This creates a state of magnetic attraction, and that I think that's from here this term law of attraction comes. But it's not you're attracting, you're being someone, and just because you're being, that shows up in your 3D world. Now people use it as attraction, but just different terms. But that's what the key is, right? So the goal is to move beyond pretense and into genuine belief of embodiment. This is where your doubts and fears dissolve and are replaced by unshakable conviction. Unshakable conviction, that's where we want to get to. So transform your thoughts naturally. So you identify the desired state first. Thoughts align naturally to that desired state and release effortful control. We are not trying to control and micromanage it. That's not what we're doing. So you don't need to force yourself to flip negative thoughts or obsess about affirmations. When you consistently identify with your desired state in your imagination. Okay, so really important. You don't have to some people get into this and some people who have read Esther Hicks and other authors, and they misunderstand what they're trying to say is I have to flip. I just had a negative thought. I have to flip it. And they constantly keep flipping it, and they get exhausted. And they're like, oh, this whole thing is so exhausting, so tiring. Manifestation is so frustrating. Because they're all obsessing. They're flipping constantly. And when you're constantly flipping, when you're obsessing, what does this mean? This means that you are not it. So when you consistently identify with your desired state in your imagination, your thoughts will naturally align with your new reality. When you are being that, your thoughts will naturally align with that new reality. Okay, so when I'm being in this state of I am a successful YouTuber, if one of my videos flop, does it matter? I already am successful. What? So what? Some videos are successful, some flop. Big deal. But when somebody is not in the state of being a successful content creator, YouTuber, influencer, they're like, oh my god, my video flopped, I have to flip this, I have to make better thumbnails, I have to do better script. They get caught up in this 3D cycle of trying to make it happen, and all they really have to do is be that, and from that being, the state will lead them to their end. And this is said in the Proverbs 23:7, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So this biblical verse, we are obviously talking about metaphysical interpretations of these things, highlights your inner convictions and feelings. The heart is your inner conviction, right? Determine your outward reality. By shifting your inner state, your external world and thoughts will follow suit. It's very, very important that you're shifting your internal state. Okay, and that is the key. I'm just going to make myself a little bit smaller so you guys can read it. Okay. So it's very, very key. Really important. So now, as Neville already mentioned, thinking from and not thinking of. So this Neville Goddard said, and this is his words, don't think of it, think from it. Feel the relief, the satisfaction of being there. Do this, and no power in the world can stop you from realizing that state. Isn't it powerful? It is so powerful. It is reading this giving me goosebumps. Don't think of it, think from it. Exactly when you were thinking of your superhero and if you're thinking from being that superhero, it's a massive difference, right? When I'm thinking of my favorite character and I'm thinking from that character, it's completely different how I look at it from. So feel the relief, the satisfaction of being there. Do this, and no power in the world can stop you from realizing that state. It is so powerful. It's just giving me goosebumps when I read these words, right? This profound quote from Neville is the cornerstone of living in the end. If you really get this quote, I would be like, read this quote over and over until you really get it. So think of your desire creates separation, implying that it is not yours yet. It keeps it at an arm's length, a distant dream. But that's not what we want. To think from it means to occupy the state of the wish fulfilled. It's already here. I am that, right? It's an immersive experience. And you became that superhero. Tell me if you had a feeling of wow, or like, holy, like I am that person, right? If you had that, tell me, because that is the true experience of where you are already the person who possesses that desire. This internal shift generates the feeling of relief and satisfaction. This is the shift, signaling to your subconscious that the work is done. It is done. It is done, and I don't have to force three circumstances to make it happen. It is done, and naturally I would be led, and I will be led to taking some action, or some things will become so unavoidable that I would have to take that action, or I would be so inspired and it will happen so automatically or with so little resistance that is what it is, right? So the key is, the law of assumption is this is the key. Be it now. You already have it right here, right now. By the way, I've also created a free video series. If you haven't checked it out, check it in the description. It's in the below, because I've seen people make the same mistakes over and over again about the same mistakes. I've coached many people. I've had many people reach out to me. They make the same mistakes over and over. So I created a completely free video series. It's in the description. Check out the link in the description below, where I go over all the fundamental mistakes so you do not make those mistakes over and over again. But the key to all of this is that you already have it. At the heart of living in the end is the law of assumption, and this principle states that you must assume that you already are the person you wish to be, and you already possessed what you desire. You already possess it. You already possess it. See the difference? So I am already this. Affirm this new reality. Speak and think as if you already are the person who has achieved your goal. That you already are that. I have already that. Claim your desires as present realities. Feel the ownership of what you are manifesting. Feel the ownership. Okay? I am already this. Affirm your new reality. Speak and think as if you already are the person who has achieved your goal. I already have that. I have already that. I have that already. Claim your desire as present realities. Feel the ownership of what you are manifesting. There's no separation. Eliminate the mental gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's all happening right now. Be it now in your imagination. So some people are like, oh, it's delusional or it's daydreaming. It's not delusional. It's not daydreaming. It's real. It's about aligning your inner world with your desired outer reality and causing the external world to conform to the internal. It will conform. Just be patient and go within and claim it that I have this already. Okay. So this is a biblical wisdom. Just want to share. The concept of creation is finished. It is a powerful metaphysical interpretation found in biblical teachings. You probably have heard it, particularly in Genesis. It suggests that all the possibilities already exist. They already exist, and our role is to choose and experience them. It is finished. It is done. In John 19:10 it says, it is finished. It is done. I think that's where Neville Goddard got this term. It's done. It is done. Metaphysically, it is finished implies that all of the creation, all the potential opportunities, all the potential outcomes and desires already exist in the quantum field of possibilities. So when Jesus uttered these words, it wasn't just about crucifixion. It signified the completion of the divine plan. Everything is inherently done. Everything is finished. All the creation is finished. Our task is to align with already that existing reality, that state of our desire fulfilled, of our desires through our imagination and belief. And rather than striving to create something, we be it now and let the 3D unfold. Okay, so just want to share some couple more biblical insight quickly. So beyond creation is finished, the other biblical offers numerous passages, and that resonate deeply with the principle of living in the end and the law of assumption. So here is like, according to your faith, be it unto you. In Matthew 9:29 says that this word emphasizes that your outer experience directly mirrors your inner belief. The outer experience directly mirrors your inner belief. So it is not about deserving, but about what you deeply hold to be true. So when you believe your desire is fulfilled, it manifests. So what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you have received them, and you shall have them. Really important, really key, right? Whatever things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you have received them, and you shall have them. Mark 11:24. This powerful statement instructs us to believe in the present tense of receiving our desires. And the act of praying here is an internal state of assumptions. Praying or an act of believing is one of my favorite books from Neville. And in his book, he also talks about it. So the act of praying here is the internal state of assumption when you know your wish is already granted. Okay, so these teachings underscore the creative power within your consciousness, and your unwavering belief in the unseen is the key to bring it into visible reality. Okay, so living in the end is a new way of life. I just wanted to share that you do not make living in the end as some kind of a, let me make it a little bit smaller so you guys can see. So we don't make living in the end as some kind of a hack or something to do to make it happen. It's a way of life. So living in the end isn't a technique or a hack for a single desire. Oh, I just want my specific person. Oh, I just want this job. Or, oh, I want this trip. So I just manifest it. It's a new philosophy. It's a new way to navigate life. It's about consistently using your imagination to experience your desires as already fulfilled, knowing that they are real, knowing that they are real. I've heard many musicians, some artists, some sports players, they were like, I just knew that my album was gonna pop off. I just knew that this song was gonna be successful. I just knew that I was gonna give an ace performance video, or I just knew I was gonna score the goal, or like whatever. A lot of people have said that. And how did they know? Because they had already experienced that in their imagination, and our imagination is real. Okay, so point one is use your imagination, know it's done, live from this knowing, embody this truth in your daily actions. Okay, and thoughts and feelings, embody it first, and then you take the action. And sometimes you wouldn't even need to take any action, or very little action, and you will still get your end. So this practice will persuade you that your desires are true, allowing them to effortlessly manifest into your physical reality. So thank you for joining me on this journey. And if you really like this, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it with other people who might really find this valuable, because I personally think I'm one of the best explainers of these concepts. Like, people have written to me so many times, given me so many compliments and messages that your explanations are really top notch, and for whatever reason, and I think I'm getting there where I am like one of the best explainer of these concepts, and people really get it. So if you really found this useful, share it with other people who are struggling to get this. And if you haven't check out my free video series where I will go all the fundamentals, the common mistakes that people make when it comes to manifesting. Please check it out. I highly recommend it because I've put my heart and soul into it, and I've seen people make the same mistakes over and over and over again. So I really want you to check it out. The link is in the description below. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, and I wish you great success on your manifesting journey. Really happy manifesting to you guys, and happy manifesting to myself too. We are all one here. So yeah, that's what I want to share. I hope you found this really useful, and it is an amazing video, and I just finished this video and I feel like it is a very powerful video I made. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any other suggestions, comments, anything, I will also share some success stories. Other people have asked me, so I will say some success stories from my personal life. A few of my clients I have to first ask for their permission, but I can obviously share from my personal life, so I'll share that. And one of the stories was like I got a free VIP upgrade to Charlie Puth's concert, and I was like right behind the front row. I'll also share the video in the future. So I hope you guys had great fun, learned something amazing, share it with other people, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy manifesting, guys.